Good morning, everyone. Michael Hudson, Managing Director of Southern Cross Gold, and I'm very, very happy to be with you here this morning. I hope you've had a chance to read our news. If not, I implore you to go and look at the news and look at those images. But just in brevity here, we've put out an extraordinary drill hole number 50 at Southern Cross Sunday Creek project, 700 gram per metre drill hole, exceeding 700 grams per metre. We've found 8 new mineralised vein sets, and we've drilled the deepest hole to date. So we see mineralisation over 300 plus metres, 305.8 metres at 2.4 grams gold equivalent. That was 1.6 gold and 0.5% antimony. So quite this spectacularly wide zone with exceedingly high grades within it. We saw something like 12 high-grade intersections greater than 20 grams a tonne gold. We saw 5 intersections within that 300 metres that exceeded 100 grams per tonne gold, with the highest up to 181 grams gold and 9.7% antimony. So I think this gives it all. We found 8 new shoots, as I said, or vein sets. That almost doubles the number of vein sets that we knew on the property so far. We've drilled in an area where we've never drilled. We've doubled the depth of mineralisation down to over 600 metres, and we're just exceedingly happy and a little bit surprised, but on the upside, how good this project is getting hole by hole. This is a significant intersection, measured in pretty much any way. We don't see these widths of mineralisation. We don't see these multiple hits of gold in context of some very strong 1900 gram metre intersections over 800 metres above this drill hole. This drill hole, as I've said, is over 700 grams per tonne gold equivalent cumulative, and it is benchmarked in Victoria. It shows the prospectivity of Victoria, shows the prospectivity of Australia, and just what may happen as you look. It's a game changer again for this project, doubling the depth, doubling the number of vein sets, shows the opportunity what may happen at depth. It looks like this is getting better at depth in every way, shape and form, and this drill hole shows that. So it is a wonderful drill hole in so many aspects. We've been very clear about our strategy at Sunday Creek, and that is to make this bigger. And this hole, drill hole 50, plays to that strategy very well. I think that the only way in the short term to make real value for shareholders here is to continue to make this bigger. Don't focus too quickly, too early. And as long as this project's delivering, we'll continue to drill it out. So drilling it out at depth, drilling it out along the strike where we haven't found mineralisation. This hole's a very good example of a big gap where we hadn't drilled and we found mineralisation basically continuous through that gap. So yeah, stay tuned. We're going to make this a lot bigger. The secret to our strategy in making this bigger is to increase the ounces per vertical metre, more veins along the strike and extending those veins to depth. And the depth is the real opportunity in these systems. They telescope from gold, antimony-rich zones as you get deeper, and as it happened at Fosterville and Costerfield, 2 of the highest grade gold mines on Earth last year by production. We're all within the shadow of the head frame of those projects. As we get to about 800 metres, they transition from this gold antimony to gold arsenic, and the gold grades, at least at Fosterville and Costerfield, are extraordinarily high grade, and that's what we're starting to see with multiple high grades above 100 grams ourselves. So our feeling is that the system is transitioning. We're starting to see those same characteristics that we see in other epizonal systems, where the quartz veining is becoming thicker and wider, the antimony is dropping off, and we're getting more visible gold. we look forward to producing more drill core quicker, deeper, and expanding the system as we go forward. It's quite staggering, really, that the drill hole result that we've reported is only from 2/3 of the drill hole assay to date. So the drill hole continues beyond the 650 meters we've reported down to today. The drill hole terminated just in the last 12 hours at 923.7 meters. So that means that we've got a lot of core to process, more core to assay that will come to the table over the next 3 to 4 weeks. And that will give us a whole complete vision of that gap. So only 2/3 reported to date, a game-changing intersection in its own right. We see visible gold, as we've reported in the press release, in sporadic zones beneath the assayed intervals. So we feel there's a reasonable chance that mineralisation will continue, but we must wait for the assays. And I thought it just may be an opportunity here to show off some of our new presentation material powered by Verify software. Verify is somewhere between the three-dimensional software and PowerPoint, and is a great way for investors to view our system. So investors can turn, as I am just doing here, layers on and off in this model, and you can rotate around. You can draw on it as I am here. So I encourage you to go onto our website and look for this system where this program where we can do these kind of wonderful things. So if I just run you through this model, this is Sunday Creek down here. Here's our Redcastle and Roo joint ventures. Redcastle being a long strike from Costerfield, and here's Fosterville, the highest grade gold mine on earth, and our large right of first refusal over 3,000 square kilometres with Ngambie resources. So if we just zoom into the Sunday Creek project down there in the south, we can see that, well, we're not zooming in on that just quite yet. We're just showing all the epizonal fields that exist in Victoria. And then if we move into Sunday Creek, we can see that the trends of mineralisation, the 10-kilometre trend of mineralisation with old gold mines are all along the trend. And the only drill area is this area here, 1 kilometre, not one drill hole outside of that along that 10 kilometres. So what we've got is our main drill area here, which we'll now zoom into. We can look along that 10 kilometres of trend from the southeast to the northwest as we look along there. We own the freehold land here, 320 acres, which secures our access rights going forward. Then if we just zoom in to the system, sorry, I just hit the wrong button. Now, what we can see is our drilling to date. So if we focus in here and just zoom in a little bit, we can see the drill results that were produced over the last 6 months, essentially. So you can see some spectacularly wide zones. You know, drill hole 33 was 64 meters at 3 and 39 meters at 6.8 in here. We see, you know, a spectacular result at 46 here, 21 at 15 under rising sun, and notwithstanding some very high grades here underneath Golden Dyke for some of the first drilling ever completed. But what we have done is drilled this hole 50. That's the bell of the ball here. It started underneath rising sun, so we hit that chute there, and then we hit 8 new chutes coming through this area through here, and that is all the new area. This is the unassayed part of the hole. So if we just rotate that around a little bit, you can see that it really is underneath all the mineralisation, drilled in an area where we haven't seen any drilling completed before. Now, just reminding you, you can interrogate this model yourself. And if we just take off those old drill results and put the new drill results on there and some photos of core from 50, you can see just how wonderful this drill hole is. 300 meters, running 2.4 grams gold equivalent in that zone, with this area left to assay. no drilling ever completed in these areas before. So we're just very excited about what this drill hole means for the project. And then, of course, we can talk about the controls on mineralisation. Our model doesn't even extend down to the depths of where drill hole 50 is drilled. We probably couldn't even believe that we were going to see such strong grades of mineralisation like we have. So we have northwestern veins intersecting this green rock, and that's what we have that forms predominantly this project. So these northwestern veins run across like this, and now we know we've got more down here, as we can see. The drilling was at a high angle to those veins, which is what we wanted to see, parallel to the green host, but the veins and the gold is controlled in this northwestern zone. So we're seeing 60 to 70% true thickness. So that's just a very short example of what we have here and what hole 50 is, and just how spectacular it is beneath what was already some very strong mineralization. So I implore you again, go to our website and play around with Verify. It's on our homepage. Thank you very much.